Hello everyone, it is Canadian Futures Trader here. It is Thursday, February the 25th, and this is day number 7 of the LeeLoo Express. Happy to report another profitable day, one trade in the Ultra Bonds. I did record it. I'll go over that in a second, but just if you're here for the balance update, there you go. We made one trade, 750 in profit, and that brings our balance up to just over 5,000 total in profit. Goal is 6,000. We have 3 days left, so basically looking to have a couple of $500, $600 days passed by day 9, and then we have day 10 as kind of a buffer, especially since this is like the one evaluation where you actually do have to pass in the specified number of days, so you have to pass by day number 10. Now we're in good shape, but say tomorrow just happens to be a bad day, we still have enough time to rally back. So I will show you the trade. I'm going to warn you in advance. The video is very, very choppy, so like it's going to be hard to really almost discern anything from it. You'll see me enter the trade. I mean, I'll talk you through it, but basically, once I was in the trade and had my stop loss and my take profit set, I knew that even though Jigsaw was being kind of choppy, and part of that is because I'm recording my screen, it just creates this lag. It doesn't happen when I'm not recording the screen. Those orders are in Rhythmic, and if I look at Rhythmic, they're there, it's running smoothly, so I know if the price hits either my stop loss or my take profit, I'm okay. So I wasn't concerned about the trade necessarily. The only thing is that something like I might hit my take profit or stop loss and not even know it for a few seconds looking at Jigsaw. So just know that. I mean, you'll see it kind of in the video here as I let it play. So at this point, I'm not in the trade. I did decide to trade the Ultra Bond today, just because it tends to move more than the 30-year. So I changed my desktop layout just a touch. I mean, it looks the same, but now I have the Ultra Bond in the middle. I have the 30-year on the right, and I have the 10-year on the left. Okay, so I'm going to let this play now. We can watch the trade. So up to this point, the bonds have been trending upwards. They've done a slight pull back, and now it's looking for them to push upwards. I'm kind of waiting for a good entry. You're going to see me kind of hover my hand here, my mouse, over these levels, getting ready to jump in. I'm going to trade 4 contracts. You see that down there, and I'm not in a trade yet. There you go. I just put in my order, and there you go. Let's execute it. So I'm in at the price of 31. So we're going to watch this play out now. So right now I'm getting ready to set a stop loss. I set it at 5 ticks. Like the other day, I'm not necessarily looking for it to come all the way down and just let that happen. But I want to have an emergency just in case the price like plummets. It will get me out and I'm not completely wrecked. Now, part of the problem, you see it frozen here. I didn't actually pause the video. This is what was happening live at the time. Just completely froze for a few seconds there. Not the best feeling, but I at minimum knew that I had my stop loss set. Starts coming down, didn't love that. Let it play out though. I was still watching though. I mean, I'm eyeballing this. I'm seeing this tick up. I'm seeing this. I see building up buyers over here. There's not many sellers, so felt confident we were going to get a push up. We got to push back up. Now we're profitable. What you're going to see here in a few seconds is I start moving my stop loss up. Now you saw that climb. It's already 3 ticks in the good. I immediately moved my stop loss to just under break even. I'm not so much worried about the break-even price. What I'm looking at here is there's buyers here. So it's almost like creating like a little wall, if you will. At this point, I move it up another tick. Again, we're 3 ticks in the good. At this point, I kind of have a rule that, you should never let a profitable trade become a losing trade. So you see me move the stop loss yet again up a tick. So even if this comes down and hits this, now it moved down, but no contracts traded, so my stop didn't get triggered, I would be out for 125 in profit. So kind of got fortunate there that it did move down, but nothing actually traded. And actually that made me feel even better. It's like, hey, sellers just aren't able to get this down to the 0.0 price again. And now you're seeing this big wall here, 120 contracts on the bid. Now sellers are coming down, they're pounding this, it's frozen again. I didn't pause the video, you see my hand moving around. It is just frozen, and it's frozen for this long. So obviously not happy about it, but like I said, I have my stop loss moved up, so I know that at worst the price comes down, it hits that, it's happening in Rhythmic, I know it'll get me out of the trade. Now that didn't happen, the video kind of unfreezes, freezes again, so again, this is not good. This is probably the most choppy I've ever seen this, so that's this, hopefully this won't be a recurring issue. But you see how long this is frozen for. The video is not frozen. My screen is actually frozen for this long. So finally, it kind of unfreezes. I'm still in the trade. I'm like, all right, see what transpires here. Like I mentioned, I'm not worried about it because I know I have a profitable stop loss. At worst, I make 125 in profit. Now we're starting to get a push up. I'm thinking, all right, I'm only seeing 2 here, 3. There's not many. Expecting this to continue to push up. Now we're at 500 profit if I was to go flat there. But all the momentum was pushing up, and there you go, it's pushing up again. At this point, I'm feeling really confident, we're going to hit this level here. I move my stop loss up one more tick just in case, and there you go, it pushed up, it hit that, and this error message pops up because I was trying to move my stop loss, but the trade had just got out, so it was basically saying, hey, you can't move your stop loss because you don't have a stop loss anymore. And that's it, guys. That is the trade for the day. So just going back to this screen now. So there was my entry. There's my exit. Here's what I talked about. You're seeing a push up, kind of a pullback, push up, pullback, trending up. And that's where I was seeing the volume just continue to push up. Was really expecting it to kind of crack this height again. It did, and we got paid for it. So guys, that is basically it. Not much more to tell you about this trade or this day anyway. So getting excited. We're definitely on the tail end. Things are going well. So looking at next Tuesday to be completed. And then I think I mentioned the other day, I already made a video. It's going to come out Saturday morning. It's all about the funding process with LeeLoo. Just for anyone who, you can read it all. It's all on their site. But for anyone who isn't one for details, you can watch the video and see the process of getting funded. Sounds like it's going to take 4 or 5 days, basically, once you go through the steps of a trader questionnaire and then reviewing your account and whatnot. Maybe it goes much quicker. I don't know. So I know there's lots of requests to see more of the actual trades and kind of explain what I'm going through. Unfortunately, today's video was so choppy. I don't know how beneficial it was or not. What I did start doing was recording separately. So outside of these evaluations, some trading information in Jigsaw using a demo account. So not a LeeLoo or TopStep or any of those, just a pure sim account, so that I can actually take the time and explain stuff and say, here's what I'm looking for, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm looking at, that type of thing. So I start recording some of that, and what I'll do is once I kind of get done with it, I'm hoping within a week or so, release some videos, and I'm going to try to keep them bite-sized. Like, hey, if you want to see, my, how I handle it when there's, the bonds are pushing the lows of the day, for example. What am I looking at? When do I get in? What am I setting my stop loss at, etc.? What am I doing when there's like a pullback sort of mid-range and then push forward, etc.? So I'm going to try to release those kind of individually, so there's specific setups that I'm looking at, completely just to tell you and kind of give you some ideas. I'm not saying, hey, these are great setups, you should all do them too. Again, I'm going for a very scalpy, using the order flow on the DOM approach. It is definitely not for everybody, but if it appeals to someone, then I can at least give you a little bit of information and point you in the right direction to get even further information, places I learned from, etc. So look for those videos. I'll talk more about them when I'm getting closer to actually having like a full set of kind of informational videos, if you will. Hopefully just for your benefits. And then next week, obviously, we'll have, kind of the getting funded process with LeeLoo. And that is finally it, guys. So tomorrow I will come out with my day number 8 video, wherever we get with that, shooting for approximately 5,500. If it gets to 58, great. If it pushed all the way to 6,000, if it's just a good day, I'm just going to let it run and pass. I think I've demonstrated enough consistency up to this point, but I'm not going to necessarily shoot for 1,000. I'm shooting for 500. If I get it, great. Pushes to 1,000, great. We will just see how the day goes. That's it. I hope everybody's doing well. Be sure to comment down below your progress. I've seen some of you commenting, so hopefully you're all still chugging along and doing terrific. And I'll see you in the next video on Friday.